Well, it's Friday 13. You know, this really was a good idea. Without you, I couldn't have gotten that tough-to-reach spot on my back.
Hey, thanks for sharing your tub with me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So that's how I got my shrunken head.
Happy Halloween, everybody, and welcome to a review of Goosebumps number 39, How I Got My Shrunken Head. Keen-eyed viewers might notice that the book is damp because somebody dropped it in the shower in that opening scene.
It's the worst. You know how hard it is to flip through a book when the pages are wet?
What has two eyes, a mouth, and wrinkly green skin? Mark's shrunken head. It's a present from his Aunt Benna. A gift from the jungle island of Baladora. It's so ugly, so gross, so awesome. But late one night, the head starts to glow. It gives Mark a strange power. A magical power. A dangerous power. ...
A jungle book.
Look at this book. Look at what you've done to this book. It's just...
I mean, if you just
Look
put it
how
out...
limp that looks.
If you put it out in the sun...
Haha, very funny.
But before we get started, let's go to Amy for the shot. Amy?
Hey guys, today's shot is jungle magic. Apple vodka and ginger ale. Cheers, fuckers. Oh yeah. Happy Halloween!
Intro shot.
Intro shot! Fuck Freddy.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, fuck him. Oh shit, I spilt it all over you.
That's not nice. Ooh, we can do a Three Stooges bit.
Yeah, except you still reach.
Meet Mark, who is a kid.
He is a child.
He likes this jungle video game. He plays it all the time.
Jungle King, jungle,
Fast forward, this lady shows up with the shrunken head, gives Mark the shrunken head, says, hey,
Gives Mark head.
my name is
Carolyn.
and I work with your Aunt Benna on this jungle island in Asia.
Marky, who is it? Oh, Mummy, it is one of Aunt Benna's dear friends and colleagues.
And Carolyn's going, oh yeah, I work with Aunt Benna on the island, and she wanted you to have this shrunken head. Next thing you know, Carolyn, who's a surprise guest, is staying the night with them, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, it's like Mom just took her word. Like, you could have just shown up like, hey, I'm a friend of your husband. He said that we can have sex. That's totally cool. And the kids have to watch, though. That was a stipulation. And she'd be like, all right, kids, you're going to learn a little thing or two about anatomy. Just scissoring away like preschoolers on construction paper.
Mark wakes up in the middle of the night, and the shrunken head is glowing
And floating. And he freaks the fuck out. Everyone comes to his room.
Mom goes, oh, it was just a bad dream, and everyone goes back to bed, but
Except Carolyn is giving him the fuck you eyes.
So you really saw that head floating and glowing?
She's like, I'll glow and float your head.
Next thing you know, Mark is on a plane with Carolyn, and they are flying to Asia. They end up on this island.
They were on such a long flight, they showed 3 movies in a row!
It was Deuce Bigalow 2, Joe Dirt,
Joe Dirt.
and then
You know the
Good
full
Will
movie
Hunting.
title is like The Adventures of Joe Dirt?
Did not know that, no.
Fucking some of us went to film school and some of us didn't.
Yeah, that's what they teach in film school is Joe Dirt.
It's a cinematic masterpiece of American cinema.
Joe, what's the matter? Don't I turn you on?
I don't know what the problem is.
Well, would it help if you went back to thinking I'm your sister?
Like I'm some sort of white trash perv?
I'm your sister. I'm your sister.
Mark and Carolyn have arrived to the island of Baladora,
Island of Misfit Toys.
where Mark meets Dr.
Dick Hollins.
Dick Collins?
Dick Hollins.
This is all really fascinating and everything, but I kind of want to see my aunt. Is she in her tent or something?
Not exactly.
And his daughter, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem. There's some weird names in this book between Aunt Benna, Kareem. They say, well, actually, Mark, we brought you here because your Aunt Benna disappeared several weeks back. And we're real concerned about where she is.
That wasn't like crucial information to tell, you know, this fucking 12-year-old's mom that,
Yeah.
hey, so...
Your sister is fucking missing.
But we're gonna take him because he's got the magic in me.
Well, Mark is like, why me, why me? Well, late at night, he sneaks and finds Aunt Benna's journal, and it's talking about, oh, I found this jungle magic. Oh, I passed the jungle magic on to my nephew, Mark, when he was 4.
Your aunt was studying the rituals of certain ancient tribes in the region when she stumbled upon something known as Kahalahi'ia. Roughly translated, it means jungle magic.
And that's where he learned the origin of his magic word,
Kalia!
Yeah.
Kalia!
When Mark is at home playing this jungle game, he does something good. He's like, Kalia.
And what's this Kalia? It's not some foreign swear word, is it?
No, it's a word I made up. It sort of makes me feel stronger.
Kalia!
He's like,
Kahlua.
I don't know what it means, but it's kind of like my own little jungle word I made up.
It's his like
It's my mantra for when I meditate.
It's his Excelsior.
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 Excelsior!
I gave the jungle magic to my nephew Mark, and again,
Does jungle magic not sound like weed? I pictured her just like taking a big bong rip and blowing it into a 4-year-old's face. She's like, hold on, Mark.
You got the magic in you now, Mark.
Here, Freddy, pop her open. I'm just kidding. You
Oh.
can't open dick with dick.
I can do it.
No, you couldn't. Dude, those things are so
They'll
flimsy.
break, yeah.
Watch.
Okay, no, don't fucking. We're taking this shit back. After Mark,
Freddy Juger over here.
Touche.
Ah, random shot to Freddy Juger.
oh,
Freddy Juger.
Freddy Juger.
You don't have to get sarcastic, Mark. I'm just trying to help.
Kareen says, "What are you doing out here?" And Mark says, "Oh, I know all about your dad and Carolyn out to get my Aunt Benna and harm her. I know your whole plan. It's your fault that she's."
She says they're evil in her writing and
Yeah.
stuff.
And Kareen's like, well, your Aunt Benna was always really nice to me, and I'm actually really worried about her. All right, here's what we'll do. You get a head start, look for her in the jungle, and, you know, I'll pretend like I didn't run into you tonight. Mark takes off in the jungle. He's going in the middle of the night, hearing animal noises. He walks so far in the jungle at night that he sits down, he nods off, goes to sleep. And when he wakes up, covered in red ants.
Freaking the fuck out. And he starts like, why does he even yell Kalima?
I don't. Kalia?
I'm gonna say Kalima.
He brings up his random jungle made-up word, and the ants
They just start dropping off of him.
Yeah.
Sand.
So Mark continues on through the jungle. What do you know? Hits quicksand, just like in his video game, and he's freaking out. And he gets a shrunken head, says Kalia, and all
of a sudden vines wrap around him and pull him out. What are you doing here? I followed you here. I thought you might need help. I was worried.
First of all, What a bitch! She's been following him and just lets him sink in fucking quicksand.
And like lets ants get all over him and shit.
And Mark says, check this out. Pulls out the shrunken head, says,
Kalima!
And the eyes are glowing in the direction.
It glows. It's like beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
beep. It basically plays hot and cold with its eyes.
It's a metal detector for Aunt Benna.
Well, or hot and cold.
Look!
And they find a shack. And they're like, oh, you think Aunt Benna's in there?
I hope so.
There's somebody inside. Cliffhanger.
Here's the thing.
It's Aunt Benna.
Fucking Aunt Benna's in there.
They're talking about how like, oh, this is like some unexplored territory. She built this fucking shack? How? Like, cause
the way they made it sound was just like twigs and like sticks leaned up against
I
something.
honestly was picturing like fucking a bunch of 2x4s.
Well, there's a Home Depot located on this.
Oh, it's just down the road.
Yeah. Random ski shots.
Nope, Ned didn't approve it.
Someone online said you don't use the ski shot enough, and you know what?
It's a shot ski.
We're bringing back the ski shot.
Hello?
Come on, Kareem, we gotta go.
I'm afraid not, Mark.
All of a sudden, Kareem runs out and goes, Dad, they're over here.
They're over here!
And
They see lights coming.
And the doctor and Carolyn.
That blonde-haired bitch.
Mm-hmm. Doctor and Carolyn come out of the woods. They're like, we got you now, Aunt Benna.
And Mark's like, ho. And she's like, wouldn't you do it for your daddy? It's like, no, my daddy died.
My daddy died.
My daddy's on a business trip and he brings me back an action figure to be like, sorry I left you, son, because I love you so much. He got busted for insider trading and the action figure stopped coming.
Your eyes.
I don't want to play with it anymore! Old ass action figures! I want to do fucking action figure, Dad!
The only
Fuck you!
The only games you play with your dad now are stick the cigarettes up your butt so Daddy can have something to partner with on the inside. They march them into the camp and the doctor sets up a giant cauldron of boiling water. And it's like, Benna, this is your last chance. Give us the secret of jungle magic.
He gives her 2 last chances.
Or we're shrinking your head.
Well, the next time you see your nephew, he'll be wearing a much smaller hat.
You know, as like common of a thing, like if you told someone what a shrunken head was, like 2 people did it. And apparently the Nazis did it too, though.
Did they really?
What didn't the Nazis do, though?
They didn't do...
Not kill Jews.
Bingo.
They didn't do random wheel shots.
Oh. Hitler was too good for random wheel shots.
The Ruben Sauerkraut, the flute.
Ah, you stupid fuck!
Mark pulls out his shrunken head, pulls it up.
I pull it out too. Never pull out.
Mark pulls out his shrunken head, uses his jungle magic, and all of a sudden, the doctor, Carolyn, and Kareem start shrinking down.
Shrink to the size of mice.
Without much ado, we go right back to home.
And then me and Aunt Benna flew back to my house.
Yeah, we're
She gave me more kisses. I didn't like it. It was really weird.
Did they leave them shrunk? Did they step on them?
Aunt Benna takes back the jungle magic.
Rehypnotizes him.
Rehypnotizes him, takes back the jungle magic. As he's walking to school to show everyone the shrunken head, the head turns to him and says, "Let me tell the part about the tiger."
Out of business.
Out of business.
Twist ending.
Oh my God, that's Sean from Degrassi.
And since you're feeling so strong...
Man, that is a MILF AF, right? Mom, I'd like to fuck as fuck.
Come on, Mom's coming out of the shower now? Oh.
In like 18 robes and a towel.
I think this is the Goosebumps episode that launched 1,000 boners.
I know. Well, welcome to the jungle.
Thanks!
Welcome to the jungle, baby!
I was just going through your old notes, and I found this reference to something called...
intercourse.
Oh, look, dude, all these guys are Corey Hart.
That's impossible.
That's impossible.
Are you an angel?
This is pod racing.
Woohoo! Look at that veiny earth wiener.
Once more, Benna. Tell me the secret of jungle magic.
Tell us the secret, else we bleach his hair.
And that's how I got my shrunken head.
Oh!
They said the thing.
Pretty good adaptation as far as Goosebumps go. I'm just gonna say it. I thought that episode was entertaining.
Mom's a whore.
Mom was a sea milf.
She just needed
a Canadian
some
mom.
dick.
I did recognize
What's his name?
Degrassi's favorite bad boy, Sean Cameron.
I would like you to meet Sean Cameron. He was here for a few months last year before he moved up north. Why don't you tell the class a little bit about yourself?
No. Of course, we all remember Sean as being Emma's bad boy boyfriend who lived with
No,
his...
we don't, because in America we watched Beverly Hills 90210 and the OC and then Gossip Girl, and we're fucking happy.
To Sean from Degrassi.
To Progenitals.
Genitals.
Honestly, as a book, I think it worked shittily. And the episode did, I think seeing it on screen, it worked a lot better. But the book was like, oh, I love my jungle game. Oh, what's that? My aunt from the jungle sent me a shrunken head, and now I'm going to the jungle, and now I have a magic jungle power. And the rush climax where they shrink the people.
I
And
usually rush my climax too. It's a race, right?
For me, I don't know, 5 out of 10.
Well, I was gonna go with something similar, but now I can't be like you. 4 and 11/16.
4 and 11/16. Son of a bitch.
I've been doing a lot of measuring lately.
Yeah, 11/16. What, your penis?
I'm gonna score this one.
Sorry, dude. Sorry. Bob, what would you rate How I Shrunk My Shrunken Head?
2/3.
2/3? A .666?
Yeah.
Why do you rate it that way?
Man, I was so indifferent to this book. I just didn't care.
Before we move on to the next book, we have a couple of comments to read. First comes from Joshua. Hi, I am 18 years old, and I just want to say, random shot.
Fucking A, bud.
Pour it up.
He's not even old enough to drink.
Joshua.
Joshua. And thank you to Jennifer for your donation as well.
Jenny.
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 Hi, Johnny.
Jenny! Also, a shout out to our good old friend Alexander, who carved a Squidjib pumpkin featured here.
That thing was sweet.
Alexander,
Good job.
sweet. That's more effort than we put into the whole damn company, I think.
That's probably...
That's accurate, right?
That's pretty accurate.
That's accurate.
And Jinxed, as always.
Jinx, you're the man. My computer died, so we don't know what your exact message was, but we'll insert it in text form here.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you.
Jinxed.
Thank you.
You're the bomb. Alexander, you're the bomb. And we got a little bit of mail. Bob, tell us what's going on here.
Hi, Ned. Not Jason and Bob. I really enjoyed making this drawing enclosed. Thanks, Jeff from Ill. We've got Ghostbuster Ned, Franken Jason, and Count Bob.
I think it's fucking cool.
It's pretty sweet.
Wait, Ned, go like this. Totally looks like him.
Things go well, I might be showing her my O face. Oh, oh, oh. You know what I'm talking about. Oh.
Join us next time for Book 30.
Ooh, Big Force
Oh,
Hero.
man, and we're hitting the second sequel, Night of the Living Dummy 3. Every dummy has his day. And night!
Jesus, no, it's in a puddle. It's in a beer puddle. Oh, no. Why are there beer puddles here?
Ned's been making beer fountains on both
sides. Can you put that over there somewhere?
It's all like beery.
Yeah, I know.